All right, for today's dress for the day, you might want to get ready for the pool or for the sprinkler because it's going to be hot outside as we get going here into the afternoon. One of our hottest days so far this summer. Right now, we're keeping an eye on the radar, not for us because we're really just going to see some of the cloud coverage from some of these storms that we're seeing towards our northeast, but we're seeing some pretty impactful flash flooding throughout this morning from this system just training over parts of Kentucky. So keeping an eye on that. But for us, we're really just going to see this high pressure system bringing a lot of heat our way. We're going to work in a few more clouds today than what we saw yesterday, but we're staying dry all the way until at least tomorrow, if not more towards Friday, before we see some scattered showers returning to our area. But temperatures are going to be the main concern for today. We're already seeing warmer temperatures outside to start your Wednesday into the low 80s for Northwest Arkansas. It's been that way for the last few hours. It's not going to get into the 70s. From here on out, we're only going to see those mid to upper 80s throughout the rest of this morning into the 90s as we go into the afternoon. For the River Valley, still got a few spots into the 70s, but we'll be quickly heating up now that that sun is up. We're going to be into the 80s here shortly. For Northwest Arkansas, we can see as we move towards the afternoon, those 90s will be in our area by lunchtime. Lots more cloud coverage for today, partly cloudy skies as we see temperatures rising into the upper 90s for those high temperatures today. For the River Valley, we're going to be into the upper 90s, if not into the triple digits for most of the area, dealing with cloud coverage as well, but we'll be into the 90s once we get past noon onwards. It's going to be very warm for today. We already have those excessive heat warnings for the River Valley, and we are those heat advisories for Northwest Arkansas. But the reason we're seeing so many warm temperatures for today is all that wind coming out of the south, gusting upwards of 25 to 30 miles an hour at times. It's going to be peaking throughout this morning, but all coming out of the southwest. That's where that heat, that's where that humidity is. So we'll continue to see that through today. We're not going to see that wind shift more until the end of the day for tomorrow, and then Friday's looking cooler as well. But Futurecast shows as we go throughout your afternoon, we're going to see some cloud coverage in the area for Wednesday. As we move more towards the overnight Thursday, we're also going to see some clouds through most of the day on Thursday. So we're even a little bit cloudier than what we're expecting for today, but we could work in just a couple of showers to wrap up the day on Thursday. I think a majority of us, especially for the River Valley, stay completely dry. Our next chance to see some of those showers will begin to move in as we go into Friday. We're going to see that low begin to move closer to our area. That front will push in. So temperature-wise, we're looking much better as we head into Friday and for much of the weekend. But for tomorrow, still warm for Northwest Arkansas. Not quite as warm thanks to the cloud coverage, but we'll be into the low 90s for the high temperatures for your Thursday. For the River Valley, we're mainly looking at the mid-90s as we go throughout the day for tomorrow. For the 7-day forecast for Northwest Arkansas, seeing temperatures by the weekend getting into the 80s. Going to be a little bit below average, but quickly warming up as we get into the start of the week for the River Valley as well. Hot for today, a little bit cooler for tomorrow. Friday and Saturday looking much nicer, slowly warming up for next week.
It looks like maybe the cloud cover a little bit today, maybe our saving grace. What do you think?
It might be, and I think that wind is really going to be the most impactful when you get a nice breeze moving through the area. If you're in the shade, that's what's going to help out a lot. But the clouds as well, if you're deciding to head to the pool, will make it feel a little bit better. But all in all, I mean, it's going to be hot regardless of what you try to do outside. The only thing I know to do when it's this hot is just stay inside.
Yeah, that's great advice right there. All right, thanks so much, Stephen.